everyone. This is LaVoy Finicum. It's been a while since I've made a video in my effort, my attempt to promote the cause of freedom. We've been gathering some cows. I had a colt come over on top of me and has laid me up a little while. I'm back in the saddle now, and so I want to continue my effort in trying to explain what freedom is and what freedom isn't. And so I want to talk briefly about the case Wickard versus Filburn. That was a Supreme Court case that extended greatly the power of the federal government using the Commerce Clause. I believe it's Section 1, Article 8 of the Constitution, which means that the government has the right to keep commerce regular amongst the states, not to regulate all the aspects of commerce. But the case was that this farmer, Filburn, Roscoe Filburn, was growing wheat on his own farm for his own consumption. Wasn't going to go into the economy, wasn't going to be sold across state lines. It was to be used with his own farm, on his own farm, for his own animals, for his own consumption. Well, Wickard, Secretary of Agriculture, brought the case, and it was Wickard versus Filburn, and the Supreme Court decided that the federal government does indeed have the right to tell a farmer what he can farm on his own property for his own consumption. Now, anyone knows that that's not freedom. Here's a case where the Supreme Court violated a person's natural right, his opportunity to have right and control over his own property. And they've used that breach of freedom to begin to now regulate almost every aspect of our lives. The Commerce Clause. Oh, if it's commerce, we can regulate it. And they do. And that's not freedom. And I appreciate Roscoe Filburn making the fight, but I wonder what would have happened if Roscoe Filburn would have said after the Supreme Court ruled against him, saying you cannot farm what you want to farm on your own land. If he would have said like Cliven.Bundy, I don't think so. I think the farm's mine. I think I'll farm it the way I see fit. And had he took that stand, maybe we could have rolled back the power of the federal government where they used the Commerce Clause against us. You know, at some point, you have to say that my freedom is worth more than my life. That I don't care. I know what natural rights are mine. They don't come to me from the government. They come to me from birth. They're natural to me, to my being. They come from me, from nature's God. And he says, I'm sorry, you may take me out in a body bag, but you won't stop me from growing the wheat on my own farm for my own consumption. Had he drawn a hard line then, maybe we wouldn't be where we're at now. I'm glad that there are people starting to draw a hard line. They're beginning to value their freedom more than their life. And it is the citizens of this country, the average citizen, that's going to save our freedom. Politicians are not going to save our freedom. They talk a good talk, but they don't walk the walk. When the Republicans control all three branches of the government, the size and scope of government marches on. When the Democrats control all three branches of the government, the size and scope of government marches on. By their works, by what they do, it's who they are. They're on the same side. They play a little game for our consumption, saying that one is going to protect freedom and the other one's going to help out the downtrodden. And in the meantime, freedom continues to be taken away from us. I just want to say that I think it's time that those who love freedom begin to draw a hard line. That they begin to love freedom even more than they love their life. Those who gave us this freedom loved it more than they loved their life. They gave us a great gift. Put our lives in order. Make things square with our family. Make things square with our God. Get things straight in our lives so that when you have to, in your own little realm, in your own little sphere, draw a hard line saying, no, I'm not going to. It's my rights. They come to me. But you can stand. Draw a line. hope you'll begin to do this. I'm going to, again, once or twice a week, try to talk about an issue and make them relevant to the day, what we're dealing with. I'm here on my ranch, working my cows. This week, we had a drone go over us. What the heck is that? Why do you have to run a drone over us and take a look at what we're doing while we're out here working? We're not hurting anybody. We're not causing anybody problems. What you doing looking down our backs? But things are changing. America, please. Those of you who love freedom, stand up. And this is LaVoy again, making my little voice heard, my little voice, my little stand for freedom. Stand, America. Have a good day.